Hello, and welcome back to another Sunday Sector Review, where we like to say Sundays are for sectors. I hope you guys are enjoying your Valentine's Day weekend as well as the extra day that we have off in the market on Monday due to President's Day and it being a holiday. Please, but don't worry, we will resume play on Tuesday. This past week's volatility was a bit crazy. We did get the downside the on the market that we had been waiting for, anticipating. Um, I hope that you were able to get some of that, and I hope that if you are in any upside positions, you are okay and you got enough time out and you just sitting and waiting. But before we get directly into the candles and to the charts, let's look at what we have for the volatility coming up for this week. Forex Factor tells us, of course, Monday, bank holiday, Tuesday, not any red folders, orange folder, Empire State Manufacturing Index. Wednesday is pretty slow up until I see we have FOMC meeting minutes. I didn't know that. I didn't hear anybody talking about that this past week, but we'll see. So we'll keep an eye on that. That's Wednesday on the 18th. Thursday on the 19th, we have unemployment claims as usual. On the 20th, we do have quite a bit of red folders. GDP, PCE, and manufacturing PMI, and flash services PMI. Also, this week is OPEX. For those who know, you know, it's OPEX. So please take care of your port. Be diligent. Don't go crazy. For the new candles this week, we have the 2-day, the 3-day, the 5-day, the 6-day, the 10-day, the weekly, of course, the 2-week, the 3-week, and the 6-week. For the sake of time, I am only going to be looking at the monthly since we are in the back half of the month, the 2-week, the weekly, and the daily for each of these. So without further ado, let's get started, guys. VIX. VIX closed the week as a inside week. Yeah, we closed the week as an inside week. Looking pretty bullish on the VIX. Let me start with the month. So we're in the back half of the month, so we're 2 up on the month. We're still more so a doji, as you can see for the month of February. We've had some volatility up and down. So yeah, fun. But as you know, as I get into it with the SPY and the rest of the indices, we're still stuck in the range. So we just been kind of bouncing off back and forth. Not to say we can't make any money off of it, because a lot of us have, but baby, we are still stuck in the range. The 2-week is a 2-2 continuation, giving doji light. The weekly is an inside week, and the daily closed as a failed 2 up on the daily. We found some support at 19.15 and shot up, and then we just kind of stayed in this range here. So, time frame continuity on the VIX is mainly bullish, so we'll see. The way we kind of ended last week. Like I said, we'll get into SPY next. Right now, me personally, I am anticipating some more downside, so we'll see how that goes. SPY on the monthly here, we are a 2 down on the month, We are still holding on to those 697.84 highs that we made last month. Haven't been able to push through that. Have been rejecting it ever since then. So here we are on the monthly. The 2 week, we have the same thing. We are 2 down on the 2 week, and as you can see, we are inside this burn information, which means we're inside the range. I have another burn information on another chart that shows we're inside of that. So yeah, we just in the range. But like I say, don't forget you can play the range. The weekly closed as a fail to up. So as you can see, ever since we made those highs, we've been trending down, but within the range. I wanted the 675 gap filled. I really was anticipating us getting below or getting to 675 last week, but not too bad. We got close. 670, 675 is kind of where did we stall out? What was the low? 677.52 was the low of the week. So not too bad, but I am anticipating we come clean up and take out this other side of the broadening since we did it here, and then we can start to reverse. But we'll see what the market holds on Tuesday. Let's look at the daily of that of SPY. We closed as a fail to down on the day, so a bit of a relief bounce, a little bit, but we'll see what this week holds. Yes, pretty much. I know it's the same, but we'll run through it. ES actually is open now. I am doing this live, so bear with me. It'll still be the same. Monday. The monthly is a 2 down on the month. The 2 week is currently inside 2 week, and the weekly is currently inside after last week's inside candle was after last week inside candle was an inside and bearish. We are anticipating inside and bearish. I am anticipating downside, like I said. Same thing for SPY, but this is what it looks like now. Inside day after going 2 down, like I said, we found some support at 68.08 and rested there, but I do think this is just really a relief bounce for to go lower. We shall see. I do have levels marked here, and these were from last week, so I actually anticipate the levels to play out this week. So, and could be possibly even lower, but for right now, my lowest level is 67.57 for ES, and until we get above last year's all-time highs, 70.11 is the highest point I have on ES going. So still can't seem to, if you see these wicks, still can't seem to fade this 70.11. Still getting caught up there. Same for NQ. I've had this nice little triangle range. I've been watching this since the beginning of the year, might as well say. We keep getting in and out of it. We finally broke down out of it back the early part of February, and now we're trading under it. I'm referring to this blue triangle, just megaphone triangle range. And so this is kind of where we've been at, and this has been my gauge to see how NQ is playing out. NQ has been very weak, but let's start off on the monthly part. We are 2 down on the month. The 2 week, we are inside week after going 2 down. 3-2 down on the week, so anticipating more. Here are my levels. I have 24, which we got close to. This was a level for last week, 24,154, and I also have 23,516 and 23,266 as a sweep here. So anticipating those levels, and below that, if it gets aggressive, which I don't think, I think we'll probably find some relief here or turnaround here. Bulls will probably step in here, but if not, we have 21,908 is 50% of the previous year here, so that is a level that is marked. Mark it on your charts. It is a key level. That's for the 2 week. The weekly inside week. The daily. Closed as a fail 2 down on the daily and currently inside day. Q's will be the same. For the month, we are 2 down on the month. The 2 week, 3-2 down. We got the 3-2 continuation on the 2 week. Looking for 590.84, which is 50% of the previous 6 month. And if not, and if you want some more, 580.74, which will be these November 10th lows. So that's based off the 2 week. Failed to made some Q's still haven't hit all-time highs from last year, right? Bro, we are still inside. We have still yet to break 2 up on the year for Q's. So got close but no cigar, and yeah, we just pushing back down. Looking for 590.84 to be a point, be a target, and then possibly a point of where we can turn around. If not, 580.74 is on the horizon. The daily closed as a fail to up on the daily, but as you can tell, like the other 2 indices, is weak. IWM is in a box to me, and I drew it out for you guys. We are stuck in between. We're inside month, as I'm about to explain. We're stuck. We did make the new highs at 271.60. We've been holding on to those from here, rejecting it. So on a 2 week, we have a fail to down on the 2 week, but if you pay attention to this yellowish box that I have here, you can see that we're just range bound. Here are my Barney formations that we are stuck within. The most current one is the one I made this past weekend, Friday, and we're just in it. So we did wick the bottom of this of the Barney formation. So now do we make our way back up and through this Barney formation up, or are we gonna push down through with the rest of the market as I'm anticipating bearishness? The weekly closed as a fail to up, and the daily closed as an inside day. So as you can see, look, this range. And so we're stuck in between the new highs we made at 271.60 and last year's highs at 258.20. A good range to play, but yeah, here we are. DIA on the monthly. on the monthly is we're still strong on DIA. We made new highs at 505.30. We found some support a little bit below last year's all-time highs at 488.60. We found them at the 50% of the previous month, actually at 487. What was it? 487.50s? Yeah, 487.50s. So, and we're just kind of hit. This to me looks more like an inverted hammer as opposed to some will call it a shooter, but we will see how the monthly continues to play out on the back half. And speaking of the back half, the 2 week is still a 2 up on the 2 week. We did week those all-time highs, and now we are back inside of the range of burning formation that I have. So we're in here, but it's more bullish to me. The weekly close as a fail to up, like I said, rejecting and coming back within the burning formation. So we're just kind of chilling here, in my opinion, for DIA, and a doji fell to down like the rest on the daily. SMH on the monthly is still a 2. It's an inside month. We're still inside month, but I'm considering it bullish. Inside month, the 2 week is a fail. The 2 week is a fail to down. So we found some support here. These are previous all-time highs at 372.78, and we have been pushing up since then. The new highs were made, and now we're just kind of just sitting in limbo. We're just kind of chilling. The weekly closed as a hammer, or no, as a shooter. But I like to call this an inverted hammer. I would like to call this an inverted hammer. The wicks here are kind of worrisome to me, because we got here before and we rejected. We got here before, and now we're, I guess you can say, quote unquote, rejecting. We've rejected. So do we continue to the downside of the rejection, or do we now push up from here? Was that enough? And then we push up. Time frame continuity is bullish, so it's like, okay, we'll see. There was a 3-2 down continuation on the daily. Doji closure fell 2 down, just like the others. So for SMH, I am anticipating upside. I cannot. Won't be surprised if we get the downside, but the higher time frames are a bit stronger than the other indices that we've looked at so far. So still looking for bullishness on SMH. XLB on the monthly, we are a nice two continuation on the monthly. We've been tracking this. We got the sweeps. We've made new highs at 54.14, and we just up here. Just no signs of pullback on the monthly. 2 week is the same. The weekly and the daily. We did have a fail to down on the daily, but it's stronger than the fail 2 downs that we've looked at so far. Still favoring XLB, and this is your material sector, so look out for your materials. Look like we found some support here. We could have went lower, but the way this candle closed, it looks like this might be it, and we are going to it would have been nice to dig further down. Come on. Oh, maybe I gotta turn this off. Turn my magnet off. It would have been nice to dig further down and then come back up like that. But I think XLB wants upside full time frame continuity to be upside. So XLC. Start with the monthly. XLC on the month. Ugh, look at it. We were a three outside bar. The previous month it looked promising, but again we were at the highs, and we know what happens when we have a hammer at the highs. It could be a reversal here. So we got a potential exhaustion, and here we are. We got it. February. We got the 2 up. We got the sweep. And made a new high at 120.41. We got the sweep of the previous month and got the high at 120.41. And ever since then, we've been coming back down. And we are a failed 2 up on the monthly. I'm anticipating 113. I'm anticipating this to go outside month. So I'm anticipating 113.18. And after that, the 50% of the 6 month target at 112.56 for XLC. So we'll go through the 2 week. As you can see, fell to up. The weekly 3-2 continuation to the downside, and we closed as a shooter. Let me see the daily. Look at that, 2-2 continuation to the downside. Time frame continuity is mainly bearish. So, there goes your doji. But yeah, I'm looking to get 112 before it's over with on XLC. So I'm bearish on that. XLE, the monthly, we still going strong on that thing. As you can see, 2-2 continuation on the monthly. The 2 week, same 2-2 continuation. We made new highs at 54.24. There's no signs of reversal at the moment. We did get a bit of a wick here after making the new highs, but that's expected. And here's your actionable signal here on the daily. You got an inside a 3-1 on the daily. Time frame continuity is mainly bullish, so if you want, you can play the inside daily. Did we get this gap filled? Look like no. The gap fill will be at previous day low at 53.76, and we didn't quite get it. So we could be getting that, but as of right now, I just see XLE continuing to the upside. We still bullish, baby. XLF. Now, those that know me know I like banks, and I like playing banks. That's just me, and it pained me to have to play banks to the downside, but it's showing all the signs. So I was in denial for a while, but the chart don't chart, and it is definitely a bearish chart. As you can see, we finally was able to push through all-time highs at 55.89 and made new highs at 56.52. Ever since then, though, as you can see, XLF has been bearish. This is on the monthly. We are inside of a broadening formation as well, and it looks like we're headed towards the bottom side of it. So if you look here, so that would be the target, the downside of the broadening formation. We go down to the 2 week. We are, look at that. We had a broadening we had a outside bar at the top of the broadening. There was a shooter. That was your sign there, January the 5th. Well, my sign that I ignored. But I came through. I ended up playing puts on BAC to hedge my position. As much as it pained me, a bittersweet moment, I did get paid. So, hey. 3-2 down with the gap down, and then another bearish 3 to close out the 2 week. I mean, looking for a 3-2 continuation. I'm targeting the bottom of this broadening. The weekly, yeah. So as you can see, that bearish on, very bearish on banks. XLF, as you can see, time frame continuity is mainly bearish. There's that doji on the day. So everything closed doji on the day, which is insane. That's kind of odd. So far, we went through everything. So far, closed doji on the day. XLI on the monthly. That's another one of my favorites that we've been watching. 2-2 continuation on the monthly. Not much of a pullback. We did get a little from that new high that we made at 177.76, but the monthly is still strong. The 2 week, there was a 2-1-2 continuation on the 2 week. Beautiful continuation. Not bad at all. The weekly closed. Like I said, we got the pullback some from the new highs that we made. So this is a shooter on the weekly. We closed 174.17. So 170. I would see XLI going no lower than 170 if you want to continue. There is a gap. Oh, and there's a gap here at 169.22. So yeah, 170 area if it wants to come down. And as you can see, we got a 3-1 on the daily. There's your actionable signal. You can mark the high and the low of this inside day. Time frame continuity is to the upside, so I'm still bullish on XLI. We want to come down and close this, fill this gap. Cool with me. But I am still bullish on this. XLK is another one that I'm not too fond of. We got the fail 2 up and 2 down on the monthly so far. I think I was tracking the compression that we were in, and we finally broke down out of it. We had the 3-2 continuation to the downside. We so far on the 2 week, our low 135.07. I'm still targeting for XLK. Oh, I turned my magnet off. For XLK, targeting 133.74. That's just based off the 2 week. As you can see, we closed the inside week, but we're very weak. And if I move this over, you can clearly see that's when we broke out of the compression. So we're we're under it. So as long as we're under this, as long as we're under all of this, I'm bearish on XLK. Looking for 135.08 and then 133.74. XLP is one that's still doing its thing. Shout out to it. Oh, it made new highs. Let me go ahead and mark that at 90.06. New highs. Okay, come on. 06. Boom. If you tuned into the last sector review, I think I said that I was aiming for the 90s. Now we just psych levels now, 90s, and next up is 95. We are at All-time high. So be careful up here. Y'all know how XLP at any given moment will just stall out. But as of right now, it looks phenomenal. The 2 week is a 2-2 continuation with no signs of, relief or pullback. The weekly as well. 2-2 continuation on the weekly. Oh, I'm sorry. 2-2 continuation on the weekly, and then the daily closed as an inside day. So there's your actionable signal there. That would be nice. Time frame continuity is to the upside. So we won't fight the trend as long as XLP is steady pushing like that. It is looking to go up. XHB is another one, home builders, because y'all know we've been watching real estate, and we'll get to our baby in a minute. XHB, full time frame continuity is to the upside, but before we get into that, look at this monthly. Look at this. Just the curve up. It's drop, curve up, curve up. So we've closed. Oh no, this is still the monthly. But 2-2 continue. Oh, a 3-2 continuation on the monthly. We got the 120.58 target that I've been preaching about. So we finally got that. Now we are aiming for the 124.88 previous year all-time highs, and then after that, the 2024 highs are at 126.09. I just don't have it marked, but that's 2024 highs. You want to go to the yearly, and you can see it here. Boom, 126.09, and that's the highs of 2024. So we go down to the 2 week. Is that where we were? 2 week. We did close 50%. Did close above 50% of the compression box, so we like that. So that is another indication that home builders is going to continue to go up. We didn't get any rejection here in this box so far, so we like that. 2-2 continuation on the weekly, and the daily we closed inside day. So there's your actionable signal there. Time frame continuity, like I stated, is to the upside. We like that. Real estate don't hate. Real estate don't hate. Congratulate to real estate. We've been watching this since last August. If you've been rocking with me since I started the Sundays are for sectors, you know. If you know, you know. So shout out to real estate, bro. We have been hawking this. Let me switch charts right quick, because this is the chart that we've been hawking real estate on. But there's our box. Look, there's our box, and baby, we got it out the box. Here's my drawing. That what I anticipated. We was going down. We got the down, and we came on up. So shout out to real estate. We were waiting for this 42.96 to be broken. First, if y'all remember, what was the first price target we wanted? If y'all remember, it was 42.42, and that was to get out of this compression box. See, 42.42. We got there. We pushed through. This is the 2 week. And look at that, 213 on the 2 week. I couldn't even be more prouder. We pushed through the equal highs here, so look at that. The real estate is on a mission. We do have a broad information up here. I am aiming now for last year's all-time highs at 45.46. So continue to watch your real estate stocks, and congratulations if you jumped on board, if you've been watching it and rocking it and got paid so far off of real estate. I personally don't think it's done. We just getting started. We just got out this box. So 45.46 is the next high that we're aiming for. The weekly close is a 3-2 continuation to the upside. Just beautiful. The daily, we have an inside day on the daily, so there's an actionable signal there. If you want, time frame continuity is to the upside. So shout out to real estate once again. Congrats. The monthly XLU. XLU is another one that I'm liking. We're still gunning for those last year highs at 46.89. Nice monthly off the fail to broke through the Broadening Formation, taking out previous month's highs, and now we're gunning for October 25 highs. October 2025 highs. We go down to the 2 week. Nice LR. We're getting this cleaned up. 312 on the 2 week. Beautiful. The weekly 3-2 continuation. Nice utilities. And the daily close 2-2 continuation. Time frame continuity is to the upside. As of right now, no entry. We can wait for something on the 4 hour, but right now utilities are strong and gone. Trying to find some stocks that probably got some inside 4 hours, or probably have an inside day. I don't know any off the top of my head. That will be for you to find you some utility stocks and see if there's an entry on any of those. Healthcare XLV has been in a box as well, but I actually do like it for upside. The monthly, my bad, let me switch this. The monthly, look at that, and just in this box. So we have a 2, 1, 2, and monthly is currently inside. So we have a 2, 1, 2, 1. The 2 week closed as, this is what I want y'all to pay attention to. This is what I want y'all to pay attention to. This is why I still say I'm still upside. We are in a compression stage. A lot of us would consider this a base rally base and looking for a rally to the upside. So we are monitoring this box, but this 311, this double inside 2 week, I want everyone to pay attention to this. Remember what happened with XL Live when we had the double inside weekly? Let's go back to that real quick. Double inside weekly, boom, boom. Okay, pay attention. So now here we are on a 2 week, double a 311 on a 2 week. So watch out for your healthcare stocks. The compression is real, so we got the 311. We got the fail to up, but I think that was just a tease. I think healthcare wants to push up on out of here. So yeah, and the daily closed as a 2 up on the daily. XLY on the monthly is another one I'm bearish on. I'm looking for this to push down like XLF did. And so on the monthly scale, my target is 110.47. Right now, 50% of the previous 6 month 115.50 is holding it up, but as you can see, it's real weak. We do have another target in between that off the monthly scale at 114.34, and that would be the lows from October 2025. We go down and break it down a little further. We have a 212 continuation to the downside on the 2 week as it closed. So we're looking for that. Here's our target here. Same for the weekly. Failed to up, 2 down, and now we are an inside bearish weekly. We lose this. This could be your entry. We lose 15.50. Yeah, we lose 15.50. Like I stated, the 50% of previous 6 month, or even 15.40 if you want to play it safe. If we lose 15.40, we can look to anticipate getting those targets on XLY. So I'm bearish on XLY, even though the daily closes they fail to up. This is week 3-2 down. To me, time frame continuity is mainly bearish. So I'm looking for the downside on that. And we did, here was a compression box. that we were in, and as you can see, we broke down and we're under it. So until, just like XLK, until we can get back above a strong push in the middle and above this compression box, I'm bearish on you. And last but not least, XME. XME has been doing great. Like I said, it's been on a good run. Not too mad about the pullback. I remember saying it in January, and here we are now, inside month after reaching highs of 135.68. Like, bro, and last year all-time highs were 110.95. So it kept gunning. It just kept gunning. And now we're here with the inside month, which is cool. I'm not mad about that. No one should be mad about that because XME was on the beam. So now we wait. The 2 week, we have a fail 2 up, 2 down. On the 2 week, we closed as a doji, so it's pretty bearish here. I'm looking for us to tap the previous year highs at the 110.95, and possibly, if it wants to, give us a deeper pullback, the yearly open. So, and that we are currently in 117.83. The yearly open is at 105.24. Not too bad. 110.95 will be the first target though, and then we'll start seeing what reaction we'll have here, and then the yearly open will be next. Weekly closed as a 2 down, a bearish 3, and then we had a failed 2 up. No, we had a failed 2 down, and then we had a 2 down. So in the daily, same. So XME is a bit mixed on the time frame continuity, which is why I'm considering this just a pullback. We do have some gaps here which would coincide, and they get filled at 105. Well, we get filled here 104.18. So that will coincide with cleaning up the yearly open. So I'm considering this a pullback, not just no downside. But if you want to play that to the downside, that'll be great. You can definitely make some money from here to 104 on XME if that's what it chooses to do. So, well, with that being said, my good people, that is the end. Once again, I hope you enjoy your extra day off on the market. I hope that what I see aligns with what you see, or vice versa. If not, tap in, let me know. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you're looking at, what your favorites, what your ups and downs are. I mean, your what you're bullish in, bearish in. To recap, we will consider XME bearish. So XME bearish. XLY I'm bearish on. XLV I'm bullish on. XLU I'm bullish on. Real estate I'm bullish on. Home builders I'm bullish on. XLP I'm bullish on. XLK which I'm pretty bearish on. XLI I'm bullish on. XLF I'm bearish on. XLE I'm bullish on. XLC I'm bearish on. XLB I'm bullish. SMH I'm bullish. DIA we stuck in the range. IWM same. And for the Qs I am bearish on. So let me know what you guys have on your charts, what you have on your list, what stocks and what sectors you're keeping an eye on. Let me know. And if you made it to the end, since it's Valentine's Day weekend, put a heart in the chat. If you made it to the end, put a heart emoji in the chat. And also let me know, once again, what you're looking at. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And let me know what else you guys would like for me to discuss. And until next time, y'all know what it is. Sundays are for sectors. Peace out, everyone.